We are spending July and August ramping up for the college football season, and we're going to do that today with a special visit from the head coach of the reigning Big 12 champ, Kansas State Wildcats, and that's Chris Klieman. Coach, we appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks for having me today.
No doubt. Now, I wanted to talk about this championship because I know once you win the game, they switch out all your stuff in the equipment room. You got the polos that now have the logo with the Big 12 championship on it. So how has that impacted your recruiting and your fundraising throughout the offseason?
It's been great. Obviously, you want to capitalize on the championships that we had, and our recruiting's been better. We're reaching more kids. More kids are visiting campus for sure. I think fundraising's obviously at an all-time high as well. And then, you put on top of the fact that we had an Elite Eight basketball team. There was a lot of energy around Manhattan from that November stretch all the way through March Madness.
No, definitely a lot of momentum there to capture, and it's been exciting to watch. Now, you're returning 12 starters for 2023, but you have 5 coming back across the offensive line, and that's led by Connor Beebe, who was a Big 12 Offensive Lineman of the Year. Do you expect your team's identity to reflect the identity of having a veteran O-line?
It has to. For us, it starts and ends up front, and we have 5 guys returning. Our top 8 returned, plus we had one that had season-ending surgery after the first game, and he's back. So the core of our offensive line is back, and they're the catalyst. And I'm excited because they're a lot of older guys. They've been experienced. They've gone through the good and the bad, and they're going to help us through tough times. And we know we're going to have some adversity and some tough times, and you better have a group of the big boys that can handle those and try to right the ship.
Now, Colin Klein is your offensive coordinator. He may be one of the best players in Kansas State history. He was a Heisman finalist in 2012. What does it mean to have a player of that caliber who played there that's now running the offense?
Well, Colin's done a phenomenal job here. He took over during our bowl prep in 2022 or 2021 season, led us to a win over LSU in the Texas Bowl, and then had his first full-time year with us as the offensive coordinator. And very innovative, very sharp, gets the most out of the players, can relate with the guys really well. He's one of the younger guys on the staff. He thinks he's getting old, but he's not. He's one of the younger guys that really relates well and tries to find different ways to get the best players the football in creative ways. And I'm excited to see how much more that we can evolve with our offense, especially this year after losing Deuce Vaughn. We're going to have to find some new ways to get more people involved.
Now, you mentioned that offense, and you've got an experienced quarterback in Will Howard, and I know there was a little bit of a quarterback rotation a year ago, but he played a lot of big minutes, and especially toward the end of the season. How did last year prepare him for 2023?
If you look at Will Howard's journey, his whole career has prepared him for 2022 and 2023. He had to play as a true freshman in the pandemic year in 2020 and struggled, but I thought he did a great job for a true freshman. They had to come in relief of Skylar Thompson in 2021. His second year that we were trying to redshirt him. And then in 2022, he had to do the same thing with Adrian Martinez. But all the adversity that Will has faced, he's attacked, he's hit head on. He's such a smart player. And I know that the success he had, from week 7 on last year, and having the success he had in the Big 12 championship and winning a couple of road games. We had to go on the road and win at Baylor, at West Virginia late last year, then the Big 12 championship game, which is essentially another road game. That's given him great confidence, and he's without a doubt the unquestioned leader of our football team.
Now, Will Howard's a name that a lot of people know, but there is a young quarterback in your program as well, in Avery Johnson, that people are probably wanting to know about. This is a guy who was a top 100 recruit, top 10 quarterback, and the #1 player in Kansas. What have been the early impressions as you've gotten to work with him?
Phenomenal athlete, and he's going to be a great player. I hope he can learn from Will this year. I really do. But he's an unbelievable student of the game. I've gotten opportunities to sit and watch film with him and pick his brain from a defensive-minded guy and help him along the way. He's a sponge to what Colin Klein talks to him about, to what Will Howard and some of our other older quarterbacks talk about. But watching him run around in winter conditioning and some of the summer stuff, he wins every race. He's a guy that's an ultimate competitor, and I think he's got a really high ceiling, and I'm excited for him.
All right, finally, Coach, I want to get you your 2023 road schedule. So you're at Missouri early on in the year, and then in conference, you're at Texas, you're at Texas Tech, you're at Oklahoma State, and you're at Kansas. Coach, it's tough, isn't it?
Our league's so tough. Last year we went through the gauntlet because we had 5 away games. In the Big 12, you have 4 home, 5 away every other year. And last year we won on the road. That's why we were in Dallas at AT&T Stadium in December, is because we had success. We won 4 or 5 on the road. It's always hard to hold serve at home as well, but on the road is how you get to the Big 12 championship game. And I'm hoping some of the success that we had last year, that the guys have some confidence playing on the road, especially when you have the amount of guys we have returning on the offensive line and in that front 7. But without a doubt, and it doesn't matter, home and away in our league, you better have your A game every Saturday or you're going to get knocked off.
No doubt. That's the head coach of Kansas State right there, Chris Klieman. Really appreciate your time right here on the Rally, and best of luck this upcoming season.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.